letters to him?
Yeah. These are from?
This one is from Bhakta Priya Dasi. She's one of Prabhupada's disciples in Los Angeles.
মহারাজ ভক্তপ্রিয় দাসী নামে এক মহিলা, তিনি আপনাকে চিঠি লিখেছেন এবং এখানে প্রণামী পাঠিয়েছেন।
পরিচয় কি?
ধীরে কৃষ্ণ মহারাজ, what's her identity?
She distributes Srila Prabhupada's books, and she also collects donations for the temple.
প্রভুপাদের শিষ্যা এখানে আছে, আমি দেখে দেবো কত আছে।
That lady who wrote a letter for initiation?
No, this is her friend.
Oh.
This is Prabhupada's disciple.
Oh, Prabhupada's disciple.
108 ডলার আছে।
আপনি রাখুন, কটা পাঠিয়ে দেন ভাঙি।
লিখছেন মহারাজ, Dear Srila Sridhar Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances at your glorious lotus feet. I have been listening to the tapes of some of your conversations with our Srila Prabhupada's disciples, and I find great enlivenment in Krishna consciousness by hearing the transcendental exchanges between yourself and the devotees. By the purity of your instructions, I become very much inspired to continue in the service of our Guru Maharaj with tolerance and perseverance. So I beg that you kindly accept this offering as an expression of gratitude for your concern and eagerness to help us in this mission. Thank you very much. Your servant, Bhakta Priya Dashi. Bhakta Priya Dashi.
That's a suitable reply আপনারা দেবেন।
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে। আমি সর্বভাবনা প্রভুকে বলে দেবো, উনি যখন আসবেন তাহলে গোবিন্দ মহারাজের চিঠিটা এখন আপনি তো আছেন, তাহলে সর্বভাবনা প্রভুকে আমি ইয়ে করবো। উনি তো চলে যাচ্ছেন আজকে,
তাহলে উনি এদের তাকেই দেওয়া হবে টাকা? না
না, আমি নিয়ে গিয়ে সর্বভাবনা প্রভুকে দিয়ে দেবো, সর্বভাবনা ওটা ভাঙিয়ে।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে,
কালকে নিয়ে।
আচ্ছা,
কালকে না পরশু
অন্য কথা কি আর?
Also, there's another letter.
আরেকটা চিঠি আছে।
This is from a boy who has first initiation from Prabhupada.
এনার নাম হচ্ছে দয়ালু দাস অধিকারী। উনি প্রভুপাদের থেকে হরিনাম পেয়েছেন এবং রামেশ্বর মহারাজের থেকে। আচ্ছা, তিনি কারোর থেকে দ্বিতীয়টা নেননি, দীক্ষা নেননি। উনি লিখছেন, ডিয়ার
লস অ্যাঞ্জেল, আগেকার
ভক্তপ্রিয় দাসী। Dear Srila Sridhar Maharaj, please accept my obeisances. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Please let me introduce myself. My initiated name is Dayalu Das Adhikari. I received Harinam Diksha from Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami in 1977. After hearing about him and reading his books since 1972. Now I am 25 years old and have a wife and 2 children. Daily I chant the prescribed number of rounds and visit the temple of Sri Sri Rukmini Dwarkadhish. Accordingly, I associate with His Holiness Dhira Krishna Swami, who is known to you, and from him I have heard of your exalted qualities. I have also gotten from him many tape recordings of conversation with you, and I have developed strong faith in your words, just like my Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada. So, I have an important question which I do not trust in any other hand but your own. One day, in January 1981, I found in a garbage heap of all places, and I found in a garbage heap of all places an original copy of the Gayatri Mantra that was given by my Gurudev. So I asked my wife, who received the mantra initiation from Prabhupada before she had met me, how to chant it, and in this way I began to chant. However, I was not initiated with this mantra, nor have I ever worn a Brahman's thread. I have understood from your divine grace on a tape recording the purpose of Gayatri and the importance of the Harinam. What is my position now with Gayatri? Please instruct me in this matter, because I am in doubt. Should I go on chanting the mantra? Perhaps, by your mercy, I could receive the mantra in the proper way. But whatever you say, I will accept that. I am reluctant to inform you that I, as of yet, am not a very successful dollars and cents man, being new at household life, and would have to borrow money to come to India, although that is what I want to do. I am saying this only because of my responsible position as a family man. Please instruct me, your insignificant servant, Dayalu Das Adhikari. উনি একটা আবর্জনার ইয়েতে স্তূপের মধ্যে প্রভুপাদের দেওয়া একটা কাগজের মধ্যে একটা গায়ত্রী মন্ত্র খুঁজে পান ঘটনাক্রমে, এবং সেটা ওনার স্ত্রী আবার প্রভুপাদেরই কাছ থেকে গায়ত্রী মন্ত্র লাভ করেছেন। তো ওনার স্ত্রী ওনাকে শিখিয়ে দেন যে কিভাবে কাউন্ট করতে হয়, আঙ্গুলে কিভাবে কর গুনতে হয়। সেই ইয়েতে এখন
গায়ত্রী মানে ওর স্ত্রী গায়ত্রী এবং প্রভুপাদের কাছে,
হ্যাঁ,
সেটা কি
পরিচয় হওয়ার আগেই
কি গায়ত্রী? সেটা
আমাদের যে গায়ত্রী দেওয়া হয়
কাম গায়ত্রী,
তো
ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী। That is Brahma Gayatri.
নাকি পুরোটাই মানে ব্রহ্ম সাতটা।
Brahma Gayatri is another thing.
হ্যাঁ,
That is meant for the Brahmins only.
হ্যাঁ,
And the Prabhupada used to give that only to the male persons.
ও আচ্ছা। I don't know how does
Kama Gayatri, of course,
what kind of Gayatri a woman gets?
ordinary Gayatri, Brahma
It's all
Gayatri,
the
and
same thing. Seven.
that's Kama Gayatri.
সাতটাই মহারাজ ব্রহ্ম মানে সাতটা গায়ত্রী মন্ত্রই থাকে।
ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী, গুরু গায়ত্রী,
গায়ত্রী,
Yes, Guru Gayatri, Gaur Gayatri, and the Kama Gayatri. Three Gayatri.
There's a couple for
ছটা এবং ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী।
গৌর মন্ত্র গৌর গায়ত্রী, গুরু মন্ত্র গুরু গায়ত্রী, আর কৃষ্ণ মন্ত্র কৃষ্ণ গায়ত্রী।
Guru Mantra Guru Gayatri, Gaur Mantra Gaur Gayatri, and
কাম গায়ত্রী।
Krishna Mantra Kam Gayatri. And অর্চনের পাশাপাশি আরো কৃষ্ণ মন্ত্র এবং কৃষ্ণ গায়ত্রী আর একটি আছে,
না সেটা না,
এটা অর্চন।
এই ছটি আর আপনার ওই
ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী।
ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী।
ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী তো জেনারেলি মেয়েদের দেওয়া হয় না, কারণ পৈতে যেখানে উপনয়ন সংস্কারের সময় গায়ত্রী আছে, সেটা আলাদা, সেটা নট ফর দি লেডিজ। ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী,
Maharaj is saying that usually
Brahma Gayatri
doesn't get the Brahma Gayatri
is only given to the male persons.
given to the men.
Only sacred thread ceremony, that is Gayatri, that is Brahma Gayatri.
That is the first one.
Krishna Gayatri,
Usually.
but what Swami has introduced, I don't know. But Brahma Gayatri on the ceremony of sacred thread, it is there.
We never give sacred to ladies.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I have
Once Prabhupada of course told me
uh,
that this Gayatri, I mean this Brahmin initiation is only for it's more or less like a formality.
Yeah.
Like Prabhupada pointed out that actually I was there and Prabhupada was talking to some other person. That other person was asking Prabhupada why you're giving Brahmin initiation to the
Non-Brahmins.
javanas and lectures. And so Prabhupada said that I'm giving them Brahmin initiation, I'm giving them the Brahmin thread so that rascals like you do not commit an offense thinking that they're anything less than a Brahmin. And Prabhupada pointed out that their position is much higher than a Brahmin.
Than Brahmin.
Yes.
To show to the society,
Right.
to adjust them in such position.
Yeah,
This secret thing has been taken out.
right,
That they are already Brahmins, then they are Vaishnavas.
right.
They cross the threshold of Brahminism, then they can reach the Vaishnava stage. So, and that the competition is only with the male. The women generally they do not get sacred thread.
Right.
So, no Brahmin Gayatri or thread is necessary for them.
So Maharaj, he wanted to know, first of all, what is his position?
What sort of what Gayatri, that I want to know first.
That is
Is it Brahma Gayatri or Kama
He found
Gayatri?
a paper with all the mantras.
Brahma Gayatri, Guru Gayatri, Gaur Gayatri and Kama Gayatri.
Krishna Gayatri is of two kinds.
Krishna Gayatri, Krishna Mantra and Kama Gayatri.
Krishna Mantra, Kama
See,
Gayatri.
he found
And
the
for
paper.
Archan purpose, another set, Krishna Gayatri and Krishna Mantra.
He found what Prabhupada would
Archan-
give to his disciples.
Archan,
He found
অর্চন কনেতে আরো এক সেট আছে, সেটা পূজার জন্য ব্যবহার হয়। এটা মন্ত্র আছে, মন্ত্রটা আছে একই, কিন্তু তার গায়ত্রী এবং রাধা গায়ত্রী দুই আছে তার। রাধা রানীরও গায়ত্রী আছে ওই অর্চন কনেতে পূজা করবার সময়, এটা একটা আলাদা আছে রাধা রানীর গায়ত্রী। তো ওই নিয়ে বোধহয় 7টা হচ্ছে।
না ওই নিয়ে হবে 9টা, আর 9টা
ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী বাদ দিয়ে
11টা হবে।
গুরু মন্ত্র গুরু গায়ত্রী,
গায়ত্রী বাদ দিলে আপনার হবে
গৌর মন্ত্র গৌর গায়ত্রী,
8টা,
তারপরে কৃষ্ণ মন্ত্র,
9টা 10টা।
হ্যাঁ কৃষ্ণ মন্ত্র, কৃষ্ণ মন্ত্র, কৃষ্ণ গায়ত্রী, রাধা গায়ত্রী, এগেন
রাধা মন্ত্র, কৃষ্ণ মন্ত্র, কৃষ্ণ গায়ত্রী, রাধা গায়ত্রী, এই 4 আর ওই 6, গায়ত্রী 10।
10 আর ওই ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী 11। মহারাজ, উনি যেটা পেয়েছেন সেটা হচ্ছে প্রভুপাদ
ওই 7টি
যেটা দিতেন সকলকে শিষ্যদের, সেই কাগজটা টাইপ
কাগজটা মানে ওই ব্রাহ্মণ থ্রেড,
হ্যাঁ, ফর ব্রাহ্মণ থ্রেড,
সেটা
তো সেটা উনি পেয়েছেন।
মানে ভূত ভুবস্ব এইটা,
পূর্ববর্ষ আছে
এই যে
এবং এর
পেয়েছেন।
সঙ্গে সবগুলোই আছে।
সবগুলোই আছে, এক ওই গায়ত্রী আর ব্রহ্ম গায়ত্রী।
হ্যাঁ, তো ওটা কিভাবে জব করতে হয়, মানে কাউন্ট করতে হয় কিভাবে, সেটা ওনার স্ত্রীর কাছে পেয়েছে, কিন্তু উনি উপবিত ধারণ করেননি। এখন ওটা এইভাবে পেয়েছেন, এখন উনি ওটাকে একটা ভগবানের বা প্রভুপাদের কৃপা বলে গ্রহণ করছেন। প্রভুপাদই যেন তাকে ওটা পাইয়ে দিলেন, যেন প্রভুপাদই
স্পেশাল কেস।
স্পেশাল ফেভার প্রদর্শন করলেন। এটা উনি ওর পজিশন কি সেটা জানতে চাইছেন, আর সেই সঙ্গে উনি জানতে চাইছেন যে আপনার কাছ থেকে উনি দীক্ষা পেতে পারেন কিনা। আপনার ধীরকৃষ্ণ মহারাজের সঙ্গে ওনার খুব বন্ধুত্ব, এবং আপনার সমস্ত টেপ উনি শুনেছেন, তো শুনে শ্রদ্ধা ডেভেলপ করেছে।
আমার তো অবশ্য আপত্তি কিছু নেই।
ওটা ওই গদাধর পণ্ডিত গোস্বামী সেই মন্ত্র ভুলে গিয়েছিলেন, মনে আছে না? গদাধর পণ্ডিত গোস্বামী তিনি পুণ্ডরিক বিদ্যানিধির কাছে দীক্ষা নিয়েছিলেন, দিয়ে মন্ত্রই ভুলে গিয়েছেন, দিয়ে আবার সেটা পুনরায় কথা মহাপ্রভুর কাছে শুনে নিলেন নাকি।
আমার একবার হয়েছিল, গায়ত্রী করতে করতে হঠাৎ মাঝখানে একটা মন্ত্র ভুলে গেছে, তো সে আমার উপবিত আঙ্গুলে জড়ানো অবস্থায় আমি গিয়ে একজনকে জিজ্ঞেস করলাম যে Maharaj is saying that if he is willing to take second initiation from His divine grace, then
No objection,
there is no objection.
Right.
but I am afraid of the disturbance
He doesn't live in the
that
temple.
may be
He
created.
doesn't stay in the temple, Maharaj.
Hmm?
He lives outside.
Oh, then no
Then no.
trouble.
There's no, with him there's no
All right.
disturbance.
All right.
So how should that be done?
You're the contact.
Just tell him
So
Maharaj
I
has
should
no
tell him to
objection.
come.
Just tell him that Guru Maharaj has no objection. That's
But I
all.
mean, does he want him to come? Should he
Yeah,
come?
he
Yeah.
can-
মহারাজ উনি তো তাহলে তো ওকে আসতে হবে এখানে
সেটি তো দরকার।
Just tell him he has no objection.
আমার পক্ষে সম্ভব কিনা সেটা আবার।
না, ও লিখেছে যে আমার
Type of funds, you know. He said
Uh,
he can.
গরিব মানুষ।
No, no.
He said that he
First
can.
thing is just tell him he has no objection. Why don't bother Guru Maharaj? No necessity.
হ্যাঁ
সে তো গরিব মানুষ বোধ হয়।
গরিব
হ্যাঁ, যে একবার বৃন্দাবন ধাম টাম সব নবদ্বীপ দর্শন হবে,
নবদ্বীপ বৃন্দাবন সব দর্শন করে
দর্শন
যাবে।
হবে কষ্ট করে। হরি কৃষ্ণ।
I heard it from Adridhan Prabhu বলছে anyway that's
What?
going for it.
Say it in English.
Oh yeah. Prabhupada used to give the Gayatri mantra many times in a tape.
হ্যাঁ?
In a tape,
Yeah.
the disciple used to hear the mantra in a tape and used to receive the upavito from a representative of Prabhupada.
Ritik
Usually the
system,
GBC
representative,
representative.
Ritik system.
Ritik. So Adridhan Prabhu was suggesting that maybe you can also make a tape so many willing disciples can get the initiation Gayatri mantra from you that way, from all over the world.
That I may think how. Hare Krishna. I shall appeal to Guru Maharaj, and if I get inspiration in that way, if it be necessary, the necessity of the time, then I may accomplish that conclusion hereafter. Can't say. Gaur Hari Gaur, Gaur Hari Gaur, Gaur Hari Gaur. Jai. Jai Gaur Hari Gaur. Then we have to start by 9 o'clock or what?
Yes, Maharaj, around 9.
Or 11. All right.
Yeah.
In Magha Kabbya, Magh was a Vaishnava Kavi. His epic is known as Shishupala Vadam. Bhagadev Vidyabhushan has quoted one of his verses in his commentary on Vedanta to clear the position of Brahma and Narayana in this sense. Chayastisam iktavadharitam pura tata shaririti vibhavita kriting vibhut vibhakta vayavah pumaniti kramadamung narada ittavudhisha. When Krishna, Balaram and Uddhava met in a conference, at that time Devashi Narada was seen coming through the sky. First they saw a mass of light is approaching towards them. Then gradually could recognize that there is a figure in it within the mass light. Then a made figure, and lastly the Devashi Narada has come. So the first hazy conception of the spiritual realm, only a mass of light, something, Brahma. Then Brahma Puja, the figure, the Vasudeva. Then Lakshmi Narayan, In this way, the deeper and deeper vision will express that there are so many things there. And in that mark there is one slok. Bhanakti kadat pitaipi yoggatan. It's praising about sadhu sangha, the association with the devotees, sadhu. The first line to remember. Anyhow, the meaning is, then when we come in contact of a saint, each tells our merit of what is this. For 3 stages of our life. As a result of our past good activity, I am able to meet a saint, and when I am discussing with him at the present, that will also produce a good result, and it will help me in future also. So, past, present and the future. 3 stages of time is concerned with our association with the saints. And satsanga, Shivudhir Ninam, and with the transaction, what we get in their connection, that is the most valuable thing, and that is the fulfillment of life to its highest degree. Satsanga, Shivudhir Ninam. So we may begin, and another place in Ramanuja Sampradaya it is mentioned, in one dark night, 3 alvars by chance met in a place. They did not know each other, but they heard of the name. Then they began to talk in the dark night, and then gradually they came to understand that they are those 3 renowned saints of that time that anyhow met together. Then one questioned, we are 3 here, but do you feel the presence of a 4th one? Another answered, yes, the 4th one is here. 4th one means Lord himself. They are talking about him, and by that he is also present there. The 4th one. So you are talking, I'm talking about the 4th. So 4th must be necessarily present there. Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna.
Once I asked.
And Kirtan, Mahaprabhu recommended Kirtan. Sankirtan, Bahubhir Medikta Jat Kirtanam, Tadiva Sankirtanam. When many we meet to talk about the Lord, that is Sankirtan. And that was recommended especially in the Kali Yuga. Others are more or less powerless. What's the reason? In Kirtan, Sankirtan, generally the influence of the environment come to disturb us, to disturb our attention for Kirtan. But when we are all engaged in Sankirtan, we try our best to collect all our attention and energy to apply in the case. We are rather compelled to collect the maximum energy to attain. especially when one is telling or another putting questions. The depth of the cultivation is appreciable and cannot but be intense. It commands the maximum energy from all, the hearers and the speaker. Sankirtan. Nahang vasami vaikunthi yoginang hridayena cha mad bhakta jatta gayanti tatta tisthami narada. That intense presence of him. Not only Vaikuntha in the consideration of eternity and infinite, Vaikuntha yoginang hridayena cha. When in ascending method one is attempting to reach me, to catch me, these are less attractive. Yoginang hridayena cha mad bhakta jatta gayanti. But where more than one, they are in the attempt to bring me down, to make the object of their talk, I am attracted more there, in that place. Mad bhakta jatta gayanti. Surrendering themselves, the layer of surrender, that brings me down, attracts me down more than anything. Surrender. Saranagati. Everything they have offered. They are empty, and I go to fill up the empty pot. Cannot but. They have made them empty for myself. And I cannot but be thankful to go and fill up their emptied heart. Very good. What do you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I had a question.
No, it just reminded me once I asked Prabhupada. Actually, I told Prabhupada that I wished to be with him when he first went to America and he was all alone, struggling so hard. And then Prabhupada told me I was never alone. Prabhupada said that I was never alone, that he was never alone. He said Krishna was always with him.
It is very clear. When I read his journey to America, I was sure that Krishna came to his help. That Baladev, Nityananda came to his help. He could not have stayed, but to have so empty-handed, empty-hearted, only with the name of Krishna. The adventurous journey he undertook. Certainly, surely, Krishna was on his head, on his heart. Guru Krishna.
Maharaj, yesterday while we were coming here, Adri asked a question. That was, he was asking that Prabhupada is Nitya Siddha. Yes. Means Prabhupada came down from the spiritual sky. Now, then why at times Prabhupada spoke about his previous life? Sometimes Prabhupada spoke about his previous life, that he was a very pious doctor in his previous life.
Pious doctor.
Physician.
In his previous life.
In his previous life.
He said one astrologer told him that.
Oh, I see. He said, Prabhupada said that one astrologer
told like that.
Yeah, told him that.
Because his natural knowledge is chemistry.
And he committed
chemist.
one
Yeah, chemist.
sin.
And he committed in that life. He committed one sin, and that's why he had to come.
That he to get some medicine for someone, he killed a snake to get some venom to administer.
And for that,
Well, he said for that he had to take birth again.
as a doctor,
Yeah.
Now, as Prabhupada.
As
This life.
this life.
Yes.
No. That must be pushed on the background. His brightest duty awaiting him to spread this, the doctrine of love. Became is a doctor not only of this physical, to remove physical disease, but the disease wholesale. It came to remove the heart disease of these so many in the world. That was it. That is the purpose.
Krishna sent him.
Gaur Hari Bol.
I don't know what that question is. Prabhupada. That Prabhupada is Nitya Siddha, so how come he
I am
did previous time?
one important point I want to clear in this occasion, that for the devotees, when it is necessary that they should come to discharge some divine duties, the life of any time that is mere a plea, just as a CID. He may take any garment, any shape, any duty, but his main object is to watch, something like that. When they come to this world of mundane surface, they come with variegated plea, Krishna, by the will of Krishna. That matters little, not important thing. Reality is there, and this is only a sham dress at the time.
So that means even if he came as a doctor,
You see the Pandavas and the other Parshada of Krishna in different types. Some begging, someone's enraged, someone's killing, so many things. But this is somewhat worldly, and also to show to the people that these things has got no value. This is all Maya. Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun, all Maya. A sacred life according to standard of this world, that is Sattvagun, that is also false. And the Ratnakar Dashu's life, that is very Tamagun in the beginning, that is also false. When the light comes, any darkness of any density may disappear in the moment. So this matters little in the case of the Nirguna, the Bhagavad Maya, Daya, Yogamaya. Whenever Yogamaya wants, Mahamaya retires. In the jail law, as I say, in the prison there is a particular law for the jailers, for the culprits. But whenever the one officer from higher sphere, anyone come to visit the prison house, wherever he goes, prison law retires. The Yogamaya, Prakritim samavastabha sambhavam atmamaya. Atmamaya, Krishna says, Prakritim samavastabha, by controlling, not by fighting even. Wherever this higher law goes, the lower law retires, forced to retire. and no exertion, no fight is necessary for that to remove all. So when that nirguna has gone, so ovichit suduracharu bhajati mam ananyabhat sadhureva samantadva sammak bhavasitu. What he is doing, that is perfectly right, 100%. You may see some black things in this life of a sadhu, but if he is real sadhu, if he is nirguna position, then what you see, that is only concoction, that has got no value. The 100% is doing that thing. So this is Maya, this is a negative space. It has got no value when any positive thing comes back to it. So, taking this form of the Ratnakar Dashu's case, the Yogai Madhai case, the next moment previously he was a great demon, and the next moment after, then he is a great sage. This is his will, divine will. Divine, the final phenomenal conception has got no position before divine will. Infinite divine will in one place, and this self-condemned misconception is in the other side of the battle. What the Maya can do to Krishna, and his past. So in any form, in any way, they may come. The Shastra asks us not to look at those background. Kiva Vipra, Kiva Nasi, Shudra Kana Noy, Jai Krishna Tattavetta, Sei Guru Hoy. The Krishna consciousness is absolute, does not depend on. Still, because we have got some weakness here, so we can find a Guru in a high family, and his figure is a beautiful one, Janma, Aishwarya, and he has neglected opulence like Buddhadev, kicked out the kingdom, Janma, Aishwarya, Sutta, and he was a great scholar. This may help us to the disciples that has got such negative value, all these things. Otherwise, Krishna Bhakti, the devotion of the Supreme Lord, divinity, does not care for any such grandeur of this false world. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Right at that time, the answer that came to my mind was, yes, Prabhupada came in his previous, before he came as a doctor, but we don't know, it may be in another kalpo, like Krishna sent him, and then he went back, and again he came this time. It's not that he came.
You see, we are told when circumambulating Brajamandal, in Radha Barsana, there was a camp, and the Prabhupada was delivering lectures. We are all sitting around hearing. He told at that time, they are up to my Gurudev. The Guru Parampara is coming down, and up to my Gurudev, we must not look at him as then as sadhan siddha, nitya siddha. Gurudev is never sadhan siddha, because sakkhat harityena samasta shastri. Gurudev and the ordinary Vaishnava's position is different. In Ekadashi, Gurudev is given anna prasadam, that bhogam, not other Vaishnava. So, to the disciple, Krishna, Baladev, the Radha, his own necessity, is represented there. just as the affection for the child in the mother reaches the highest position, and not the grandmother and others, etc. So by the special arrangement of the Lord, the maximum well-wisher of a disciple is found in Guru, and that is not contingent, that is maximum purest, and by order of Krishna he will have to present there, work on his behalf. The Guru should never be seen as sadhan siddha after from the line, from the beginning. The Guru must not be seen as sadhan siddha, nitya siddha. Otherwise it will be good bhavagna, disregard. Because we are asked to see Guru as Krishna's himself, or his presentation, his double dedication is there. We have to see that. We must come in that connection. Then only our bhajan, our sadhan, then that will have real impetus. We are nearest to perfection. With this idea, my progress will be more and more increased and intense. There's something tempered. The truth which has reached to me, there is some dirt there, a certain percent of dirt is there. No. The truth is found, is just at the door, graciously to take me in, to take me up. That is, the Shastra asks us to see things in that way, and what the Shastra say, that is not false. That is true. We cannot come up to mark. That is our defect. Sakkhat haritin samasta shastri ruktas tatha bhavvata eva sadhi kintu prabhu japriya eva tasya Vande Guru Sri Charanah. To the Vaishnava, Mukunda Prastha, because they know that the Krishna Shakti of the highest type, the function of Guru is not there, not Krishna himself. So, Mukunda Prastha, the most favorite of the Lord, has come as Guru to me. I am just adjacent to the highest purifying dynamo. So I cannot but be purified. This sort of idea must come within us to help our progress really.
একটা প্রশ্ন থেকে যাচ্ছে, সেটা হচ্ছে যে দাস গোস্বামী প্রভু তিনি দীক্ষা নিয়েছিলেন,
but the will of the God it is transferred.
হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু তিনি রূপ গোস্বামী প্রভুর কাছে গিয়ে সেখানে থাকলেন এবং রূপ গোস্বামী প্রভুর জন্য তার যে আরতি এবং তার যে ইয়েটা দেখা গেল, তার নিজের গুরুদেবের জন্য ওই রকমটা দেখা যায় না। এটা কিরকম জিনিস?
That is a complicated case. You see, Das Goswami had his diksha, first diksha from Yadunandana Acharya, a grihastha, when he was grihastha himself, first. Then he came to exemplify according to the change of the Shishya, Lord, he takes different kinds of form to help him in different classes. Then he went to Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu handed him over to Swarup Damodar. We means that ordinary Shiksha Guru, we may take Yadunandan, the Bhatta Pradarshak. The beginner the canvasser, something like Ritik, representative. Not Guru proper, but his representative came as Jadunandan and helped him in a right way. Otherwise he could not be attracted by the charming personality of Mahaprabhu. He approached Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu, we may take him as Radharani, in the garb of Radharani, Krishna in the garb of Radharani. He was there, charmed. And Radharani pressed him to Saru Damodar Lolita. Lolita Devi, handed over to Lolita Devi. Then, but we trace that Das Goswami's tendency is always towards Mahaprabhu. Though Mahaprabhu deputed Saru Damodar, again he approached Mahaprabhu and told that I can't understand why you have taken me, snatched me here from my family, and